Well, the Chicago Sky completely dominate the LA Sparks in the second half to get a victory behind Angel Reese and Camilla Cardoso. They was pure dominant, and the LA Sparks could not handle them down in the post. And we're going to unpack all that here next, here on the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Well, the Chicago Sky got a much needed win tonight here against the LA Sparks at home in front of a ruckus crowd. And Angel Reese and Carmilla Cardoso was pure dominant. They put belt to ass on the LA Sparks down in that low post. Now, Carmilla Cardoso, best game of the season. She was real aggressive from start to finish. Actually, she played exceptionally well defense. And Angel Reese, once again, showing her versatility. Angel Reese put in a 18-point performance, 17 rebounds, and 6 assists, and she only had 2 turnovers. Angel Reese was pure dominant tonight. Angel Reese shot 6 of 12 from the field, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Like I said, she had 17 rebounds, 18 points, 6 assists, 4 steals, and only 2 turnovers. And oh my, this is the Carmilla Cardoso everybody wanted to see. Carmilla Cardoso, 27 points, 10 of 15 from the field, 6 of 8 from the free throw line. She chipped in with 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks. And, she had 4 personal fouls, but she did her job. And once again, the Chicago Sky get a much needed win in front of a ruckus crowd. Now, they got off to a slow start in the first quarter, and at halftime, that third quarter, they started to pick it up. And I think when Haley Van Lith came in the game, it gave the Chicago Sky spark. Haley Van Lith came in, got an and one, and the crowd started responding. And then after that, it was the Carmilla Cardoso and Angel Reese show. Carmilla Cardoso was pure dominant down on that block. Couldn't nobody handle her. Even Carmilla Cardoso stepped out and hit a 3-pointer. Carmilla Cardoso played her best game of the season. Also, we saw in that game, Angel Reese was dropping dimes from everywhere. Great passes, backdoor cuts from Ariel Atkins. She was dropping dimes. Also, we saw a little scuffle in that game. What did we see? We saw Rebecca Allen and Rakia Jackson get into it. And then Angel Reese had to separate Rebecca Allen from Rakia Jackson. Then some other words was exchanged, and then Angel Reese went up to Rakia Jackson. I don't know what that history is with Rakia Jackson and Angel Reese. I know they got a little history from the LSU and Tennessee days, but I'm here for it. It was nothing malicious. It was just women out there playing basketball, being aggressive, a little chirping. That's all it was. So don't make a big deal out of it. But there is some history between Angel Reese and Rakia Jackson. But overall, man, the Chicago played a better game in the second half. And I'm not even going to give kudos to Tyler Morris. I'm going to give kudos to Carmilla Cardoso and Angel Reese for taking matters in their own hand and finding a way to win and going out there being dominant. And when I tell you about Carmilla Cardoso, she was very aggressive tonight. She had 15 shot attempts. Like I said, 10 of 15 from the field. Angel Reese had 12 shot attempts. Ariel Atkins picked it up. She had 14, shot attempts. And also the bench, Michaela Onyeawede gave us 4 points off the bench, along with E. Will. Kia Nurse came off the bench, had 8 points, and Haley Van Lith came off with 6 points. But I just think Haley Van Lith was a game changer. She was a switch hitter. She came in and she got the crowd excited. And in that third quarter, LA started playing ball. Going into that fourth quarter, they extended the lead. And this is what I'm telling you about. When you got two players like Karmilla Cardoso and Angel Reese, you can be dominant. Them Twin Towers, they stood out tonight. And this is what you're going to need from Karmilla Cardoso going forward. I know she's going to take a leave of absence for the Brazil national team, but this is how Karmilla Cardoso got to play. Somebody must have lit a fire up in Karmilla Cardoso, because she came out ready to play today, and she flat out got it done. And once again, Angel Reese shows why individually, as a defender, she can flat out get it done. You know, she, in that second half, got on Rakia Jackson, cut her water off once again. We saw that last year. We still having trouble around the perimeter. You know, Kelsey Plum got off. She had 20 points tonight. Also, Azarae Stevens, you know, she sets out there on that three-point line. See, that's the thing about it is Karmilla Cardoso is reluctant to come off out of that paint to come out there and guard, because Azarae Stevens was 4-7 from three-point range. Derica Hamby, she couldn't get it going from three-point range. She had 15 points. But the thing about it is the Chicago Skies own the backboard tonight, and this is where you get the job done. Chicago Sky had 36 rebounds to the LA Sparks 27, and they flat out played a great second half of basketball. And I'm not even going to give the coaches their kudos on this, because I think Angel Reese and Karmilla Cardoso and Ariel Atkins went out there and figured it out, and they started getting it done. But like I said, the insertion of Haley Van Lith in that second half gave them a spark. Rebecca Hallen had 7 points. Yeah, they still struggling from the three-point range. That is Chicago Sky. They was 6 of 18 from the three-point range. They shot 33%. But this game, the Chicago Sky got off 74 shot attempts, and they was 33 for 74 from the field, shooting it at 44%. Even they got to the foul line. They got to the foul line 33 times, man. 75% from the free throw line. So kudos to the Chicago Sky. They had their turnovers, step back tonight. They only had 11 turnovers. But the thing about it is, as much as Angel Reese was handling the ball tonight with the 6, assists, she only had 2 turnovers. That's key. She only had 2 turnovers. They dominated in the second half to get this victory in front of a ruckus crowd, 97-86. That moves the Chicago Sky's record to 4-10. Tonight, you got to tip your cap to Angel Reese and Karmilla Cardoso. Pure dominant. Now, when we watch the Chicago Sky, this is what we want to see out of Karmilla Cardoso. This is the activity that we want to see out of Karmilla Cardoso. If she can continue to play like that when she comes back from her leave of absence, then the Chicago Skies will hold my bargain up and make it into the playoffs. This is the kind of victories that you need. We need to start stacking wins. We need to start getting it done. And like I said, sometimes as players, you got to look in the mirror and see what you're built of and see what you're made of. And tonight, Angel Reese and Karmilla Cardoso and Ariel Atkins stepped up to the forefront and said, look, we're going to take matters in our own hand, and we're going to go out there and get it done, because this is what I'm saying. Karmilla Cardoso, you just got to be energized. Somebody put a battery in Karmilla Cardoso's back tonight, because she came out and she performed. She shocked me tonight. But this is the type of games that Karmilla Cardoso has in her, but it's the inconsistency that she plays with. For some reason, she had a little pep in her step tonight. She could not do no wrong. In the post, she was getting it. She was being aggressive. Angel Reese was looking for her, and things started turning around in that second half. So kudos to the Chicago Skies. They put belt to ass on the LA Sparks tonight. I see everybody in the comment section. #salute. So y'all get down in the comment section and let me know how y'all feel that the Chicago Sky played tonight and how dominant Angel Reese was tonight. Angel Reese has to get the player of the game, because she was a Swiss Army knife tonight. The 18 points, the 17 rebounds, the 6 assists, the 4 steals, and only 2 turnovers. And shot 50% from the field and 90% from the free throw line. So shout out to the Chicago Sky for flat out getting it done. Now we got to take this win and build off of it and look at the game tape and see what we did great in that second half and put that into the next game so we can stack another victory. And this is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. We're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.